Good morning, everybody. It's JP, the Outlaw, here to give you some WWE news on April the 17th, 2017. So, I was going over the roster shakeup. Forgive me, all weekend I took me a nice little hiatus. I needed the time off. I've been going since NXT. I even wrote out an NXT review, which I'll probably give you later today. But I just needed the time off. I actually spent Easter in the house, me and a little lady. Outside of picking up my niece and Chris, I really didn't do too much of nothing. I was relaxed. I'm so happy about that. I'm thinking of doing it again next year. Just relaxing. All major holidays, I'm just in the house chilling. Don't worry about it. So, I want to go over the roster shakeup and who won. Who won the roster shakeup? Anybody can leave a comment in the comment section down below via Facebook or my YouTube channel. Just leave a comment because I'm gonna go over everything and how I would have did it. First of all, everybody, hopefully you've seen my prediction episode for the roster shakeup, but this one kind of panned it out okay. First of all, it's too many trades that went down, and I would have did it a little different. I'm going to start off with SmackDown. Kevin Owens, yes, he deserves to be on SmackDown. I would have took the U.S. title off of him and then moved him over to SmackDown. Sami Zayn, I've been begging for months now, needs to go to SmackDown. It's about time that he finally made his way over there. So many great matches you can have with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler. Sami Zayn versus fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles. Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. You can have so many great matches with Sami Zayn with their current roster that they did have. Charlotte, would I have moved her over to SmackDown? No. I can easily see Charlotte holding the title until Asuka come up, which would probably be a good deal. That'd be a hell of a match between her and Asuka, and that could carry over for at least 3 months, maybe even 6. Just like they tried to book Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, Charlotte. This one could last because you already have the undefeated Empress of Tomorrow in Asuka, and you have the undisputed Queen of the Women's Division, Charlotte. Great. You got to move Asuka to SmackDown, of course, but it's great. Jinder Mahal, would I have moved him? I'm in the middle with Jinder. I think he'll do good on SmackDown. I think he would have did better on Raw just because those are bigger guys. And SmackDown, they get the vanilla midgets. So I think he would have did way better if you would have left him on Raw. Sin Cara, well, Sin Cara has been a Triple H project since his reveal. So, yeah. I could see Sin Cara on SmackDown only because you can't do shit with him on Raw. And also, SmackDown is, again, just for the vanilla midget. So he's not a midget, but he can fly with the best of them. He can move around in that ring. So I think it's an okay move. Did I expect him to go there? No, I would have put the Lucha Dragons back together on Raw or SmackDown, however you wanted to do it. But it's been long enough. You can put those two teams. You can put that team back together. Rusev and Lana moving to SmackDown. I've been saying this should have happened. This should have happened since the draft. Rusev is an amazing talent, and I would rather see him up with the upper echelon of wrestlers. I'm talking your AJ Styles. I'm talking your Randy Ortons, your Bray Wyatts. I would rather see him up there, and I think SmackDown has an opportunity to make him into a bigger star than what he is. Given the right push, especially with Lana and Lana backing him, you could do some stuff with him and Jinder still. So I would rather see them them three. Hell, you could even put Jinder and Rusev back in the tag team because I thought that was pretty good. I think it ended too fast. Tamina, I already thought she was on SmackDown. I didn't know she was signed to Raw, but I definitely would have left her on SmackDown. I would have put her on SmackDown because you already got Nia Jax. Unless if she's fighting Nia Jax, I'm already not interested in Tamina. Shining Stars, which I assume has only been put on SmackDown to job. To what team, I don't know, but I don't see them going anywhere. I don't see why you had to move them off of Raw. They could have been taking losses to, the Revival and the Hardy Boys. And last but not least, the New Day moving to SmackDown. Now, they cut a promo. I think the New Day is getting some time off. Kofi Kingston, of course, has an injury. I haven't seen anything on the internet and what type of injury it is, but they say that he has an injury. He's been hurt for a while, so they need this time off. Mind you, they've had the titles for the longest reigning champions of all time. So, yeah, they could take a break. They could take a break. Like I said, it's either you break up the New Day and you push Big E as a solo competitor. You could put freaking Xavier Woods in the cruiserweights, and Kofi Kingston can go back to the Intercontinental title. Easy. That's an easy move if you break up the New Day. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the gimmick is over. I just think it's overused. It's overused. Maybe I feel different after this break that they had. I don't know. Now we'll go over Raw, which is crazy because, of course, Raw came up in this. Dean Ambrose, yes, only because I want to see the Shield eventually get back together this year. Hopefully it happens. Bray Wyatt, no. Bray Wyatt has been doing his best work on SmackDown. And it's obvious that the crowd on SmackDown does way more for Bray Wyatt's character and story arc than it would Raw. Especially with the big names that you already got up there, the Finn Balor's, the Seth Rollins, the Roman Reigns, the Dean Ambrose, fucking Braun Strowman, if you even want to include him. These are already big names. And I don't think you need another big name to add to that mix, especially a Bray Wyatt by himself. I would have moved the whole Wyatt family if you was going to do that. I would have liked to see a dream match, which I think this is how, again, you introduce the Broken Hardys, but I'll go over that in the next segment of the show. But yeah, I would have left Bray on SmackDown. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with him. I know he's not going to win the WWE title and take it to Raw, because that's just fucking stupid. Because then you got the fucking Universe title, the World Heavyweight title, then you have the Intercontinental title and Dean Ambrose. Fucking Kevin Owens as the U.S. champion, and he's defending against AJ Styles. Fucking and you got the cruiserweights plus the women's and the tag team. So that's at least 8 titles on one show. Even though I know it's 3 hours, it's just no fucking way you can do 8 titles on one show. And that literally, it defeats the purpose of having a fucking draft. It defeats the purpose of splitting the roster if you're going to put all the titles back on Raw just the following year. It's stupid. Kalisto to Raw, yes. Because, again, he's not doing anything on SmackDown. I don't know if he's going to make a major impact in the cruiserweights. It would be nice, but I doubt it. Alexa Bliss, I can agree. She deserves to be on Raw. Does the best promo work as far as a woman is concerned, since she's right up there with Trish Stratus. I'll give her that. She's right up there with Trish Stratus. She can cut a promo. She has the look. She can move in that ring just as well as anybody else. Mickie James, of course, I think her return should have been on Raw, just to get that mix up between Sasha, Charlotte, and Bayley. I think her return should have been on Raw from the jump. Apollo Crews, another person who should have been on Raw. I even put Apollo Crews on Raw on my predictions for the roster shakeup. So I don't see why it took so long for him to get there. The Miz and Maurice, no. Best promo work that they've ever done, especially The Miz, ever in his life, has been on SmackDown. I would have left him there and build The Miz as a true contender for the heavyweight title. It would have made more sense, and then moved him to Raw. Rhino and Heath Slater. I'm in the air with this one. This is a 50-50. You could break them up, use them in the mid-card division. Do I honestly think that Rhino and Heath Slater is going to go anywhere in the tag team division on Raw? Fuck no. Not at all. You got the Hardys there. You got the Revival. You got American Alpha. You still got Enzo and Cass. It's just too much. I don't think if they're not jobbing, they're going to get sucked up by the machine that is Matt and Jeff Hardy. And last but not least, Kurt Hawkins. Yes, only because I feel as though he better than Jinder Mahal. He's building the talent. He's making he's taking people and putting them over, making them look strong at the end of the day. I think he does a better job than a Jinder Mahal or whoever else they got under jobber status on the current roster. So the two trades between the two is actually a good thing, just to mix it up. So those are my thoughts on the roster shakeup. You guys, again, tell me how you feel about it. Leave a comment or even a like at the end of the end of this video. Make sure that you put something in the description, so on and so forth. I'll be back. I'm gonna end the show with just the roster shakeup. I'll be back to give you how long will we wait to see the Broken Hardy gimmick in the WWE, and how would you present it? Because I have some ideas, you guys, and I'll give you that later today, along with my NXT review from last week. Yes, I'm back on my job. I'm getting back into it. So that'll be coming out today. So you got one more news episode, and you'll get the NXT review from last week. So you guys, as always, be safe, be careful. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, the YouTube channel, JP Outlaw, freaking Wrestling Amino, which I just graced 605 followers. So I'm not a big deal, but I'm kind of moving up there. I'm thinking the fan base is large, if anything. I want it to be larger. I want to grow into an even better show to give you guys I got to start giving the news out quicker. I know, given my job, I'm the furniture man, so given my job, plus my overnight job, it's so much. I can't give it to you fast enough, but I'm going to try. So hopefully I won't have to work this hard in the near future, and I can go ahead and take some time off. So it is what it is. My final thoughts: if you ever do any dealings with anybody, make sure the money is right first. Don't even do anything until they hand you the money. Just get the money and move on. And that's all I got to say about that. That was a little personal jab for me. I got screwed over this weekend as far as, if anybody didn't know, I do a lot of side work. I'm a carpenter. Only thing I don't do is walk on water. I mean, if you consider snow water, then yeah, I do that too. So, I got screwed over in a job and I didn't like it. It threw me for a loop for the past couple of days. But in life, long as you know that you have a good support system, be it family, be it friends, long as you have that good support system, things tend to work out. I try not to stress the small stuff, but I also try to be ahead of the dumb shit, if you get what I'm saying. And that's it, you guys. Just don't forget to check out the YouTube channel. I just uploaded the semifinals for the NXT championship tournament. That should be good. Go check it out. Already got 5 views, so it's climbing. I uploaded it last night, so I didn't think it would get 5 views that fast. So I appreciate everybody who checked it out for me. Good job, and peace and be safe.